Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you for coming here live. If you are here live, I thought I would be able to see on this program who is all here because I do see a few of you have already said hello. Hey guys, but I can't, so that sucks. Oh well. So welcome if you are here live, and if you're watching this later, thank you so much for watching as well. So today I'm going to be going through some emailed questions. Some of you guys have emailed me a lot of questions, and I know that I've answered some of these before, but I also know a lot of you are new here and you may not have watched every single one of my videos. So I thought this might be helpful to review a few things. I know a few of you are planning on moving here to Yellowknife soon, so hopefully we'll all learn something new together, but I'm sorry if you've been here a while and you already know these things, but feel free if you have any questions to go ahead and leave them in the comments there. I'll be able to see all of your comments here at the side. I'm actually gonna try to, okay, I'm just gonna try one thing. Hey, Chrissy, that's cool, you're watching from Edmonton. I'm just gonna try to pop your comment up and see. Oh, cool, okay. It's my first time using this thing, bear with me. Oh, that's really neat. And then Sally's here from Toronto. Very cool. Okay, so, oh my gosh, you're watching from Australia. That's crazy. That's really neat. Welcome, guys. So, okay, so I think we can go ahead and get started here. I know Sally had some questions, so a lot of these are her questions. So, okay, so when moving up here, did you bring your belongings such as furniture, appliances, TVs, etc.? Now, we did bring a lot of our stuff, but that's because the government paid for our move. So Chris works for the government of Northwest Territories, technically. He works at the hospital here. And so they pay for your move so long as you work here for a year, I think it is. If you don't stay here for a year and work, then you have to pay back the moving fees. But it's actually, I won't go into huge detail about that unless you guys want me to. Let me know in a side there if you do want me to go into detail about that. But basically, we brought all of our furniture except our couch because it was broken. And so we bought a new couch here. I did make a video on that. Oh, I tried to link videos in the description of some more details about some of these questions, ones that I knew would be helpful. So if you're just looking for one specific thing and you don't want to watch my whole live, I understand. You can maybe go ahead and click those, or after the live, you can go ahead and click those if you're looking for more detail and I didn't quite go that in depth. So yeah, so we brought our couch and then we got a TV as well because our TV was broken in the move. So we actually got to go through the insurance and it was super easy. So that was really great if you guys happen to be working at the hospital or the government. Hey, hey Mo. Oh, wonderful. Yes, yes. I think the solstice was yesterday, right? I think. I thought it was today too. I had it on my calendar for today. So I was actually trying to do that that video of where it goes all night. What's it called? I can't even remember. Tonight, so it's going to be a day late, maybe, if today isn't actually summer solstice. Okay, yes, please. On what, Sally? To go into detail about the government? Yeah, okay. Okay, well, it actually turned out really well because the government gives you food allowance per day, and it's different for if you have a family. You obviously get more if you have a family than if you're doing it alone. And I think that also decreases the amount of time you're allowed to stay in the hotel if you're coming here as a single or as a single person instead of in a family. So because we are in a family, that's all I can speak to because that's all I can remember. We are allowed to stay 28 days in a hotel. And that was great. And I'm going to get into this later, but that's highly recommended to be able to look for an apartment because I found it really difficult to look for an apartment online here. Being able to be here, I think is really helpful. When you go see them, it's deceiving. Like the pictures are like all the same. It's like one apartment we found online and it's like, it doesn't even look like that anymore kind of thing. And then you can look around the city and be able to kind of be there. So anyway, it was 28 days and then they give you a food allowance every day. And we ended up like basically making money off of it because it was so much money that they were giving you. Like you could eat like a steak dinner for every meal and like it would be covered. It was crazy. So yeah, so they pay for your food and then they pay for the obviously insurance, the moving insurance. They set it up sort of. So they do the quoting and everything and they just kind of tell you what company you're moving with and they arrange it all. All you do is like set up a day basically. And then, yeah, I think there was there was like more money things. I can't remember, to be honest with you, but they're really good about sending you exactly what that would be. Oh, my camera's blurry. It might be the lighting. I'm so sorry. It's probably changing because outside it's like The sun's coming in and out. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can clean it. Oh, that did seem to help. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, a lot of you are watching from Ontario. That's so funny because I came from Ontario. I don't know if any of you guys know that, but I think it's interesting that a lot of people from Ontario seem to be interested in moving up here. So yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, it's definitely changed from Ontario for sure. If you have any specific questions about that, it's quite different. Okay, good. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad the camera's better. Sorry about that. Apparently I just have to clean my computer. All right, so the next one is, how easy or difficult was it to find a place to rent? And I'd say it's, like I just said, it's kind of hard, but I think we got really lucky. We found a place on Kijiji, and there was like one on Kijiji. It just happened to be the right fit for us. But in case you guys don't know, most of the apartments here are owned by Northview. And so I think it's a really high percentage. It's like 80 to 90% or something. It's crazy. And so basically you're going to probably be going through them. And we were also moving at the worst time of year. Like it was right after Christmas. Nobody's moving right after Christmas. So we were moving like January 1st. And so, yeah, it was difficult. We didn't have many places to choose from, but yeah. So I guess it depends on when you're moving and things like that. And like I said, I recommend that hotel stay so that, oh, hey, Christine, so that you can find a place in person. So someone asked me if I would recommend getting a furnished place. And I just said, like, that's definitely personal preference. I know a lot of people come up here as singles to work and make some money for short term and then go back home. And I think a lot of people plan to move up here and then to go back home. But so I guess if that's the case and you're just looking for like a 1-bedroom or something, I do see a lot of furnished, temporary stay room like listings available. So that might be a good choice for you, but I really think that's personal preference. If you're planning to stay here, then bring as much as you can, I would say. I guess depending on if you're paying for your move as well. If you're paying for your move, maybe not. But, obviously your selection's a little bit limited up here because it's not as big of a city. And so you're just kind of taking what you can get. But after COVID is done, then you're able to travel to like Edmonton and stuff if you want to be able to get, furniture or whatever it is that you need. So I don't know, that I found that was a tough one, but yeah. Okay, so the next one is, how rare is it to find a place that comes with heat, hot water, and hydro included in the rent? And what would you say the rent would be for all three, including utilities? So most places you have to pay electricity, I found. I did go on the Northview website before this just to see like what they said on there. And just to see like what the average was. And it did seem a lot of them were, like I said, just pay electricity or pay all utilities. I think that's really common because utilities are super expensive here. I think, maybe people coming, I think I'm right on this. I'm questioning myself, but I think so. Like we just pay electricity and our average bill is maybe like $200. Like in the winter, it's obviously more. And in the summer, it's only a little less. Like I think our cheapest electricity bill has been like $170, and then in the summer it can get up to like $250. So that's just for electricity. I can't imagine if you're paying all the utilities. Tell me if that's normal for where you are, maybe, because I'm not quite sure. Oh wow, hello, watching from Brazil. That's so neat. Hello, welcome. So yeah. So anyway, but I did see a couple on the Northview website that were all included. But you're obviously paying a lot more per month for that. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I don't know if that was very helpful. Okay, are there many websites to find apartments? I have joined a Facebook group where I see people asking to rent. So like I said, you're mostly going to be going on the Northview website. And then I mentioned Kijiji, but there are a couple of other Facebook groups. And I'm going to refer you down to those links that I told you about before that are in the description. My moving or apartments and house video, because I go through the Facebook groups in that. I can't remember them offhand and I forgot to look them up. I'm really sorry, but they're definitely in there. But they're pretty easy to find. Like pretty much if you search Yellowknife, like accommodations or rent or whatever, like it's pretty easy to find on Facebook. Oh, that's a fun question. Okay, so on the average day, do you often see wildlife, like more than just deer or ducks, like cougars and moose? No, like we have really bad luck with this in general. I'm sure other people do. There have been lots of like, well, not lots, but several like bears in town and stuff. But no, it's like, I don't know. We don't see that much wildlife. Like foxes for sure. Foxes are like raccoons here. And like people are like feeding them around my house too. So like, yeah, I see a lot of foxes. Yeah, like big ravens. I remember when we first came, we were like sitting at McDonald's and we were like by a window and the oh, this is so embarrassing kind of probably if you're in an area with ravens, but the raven came and we were all just like, look at that bird. Like the kids were like losing it because they're like massive. They're so huge. So anyways, lots of ravens. That was exotic to us. But yeah, no cougars or moose or anything like that. I'm sure they're there out there, but if I get them, if I see one, I'll try to get it on camera. Thanks for that question. Mine is heat and hot water included. Yeah, I think that's pretty typical. That's good. Hydro is separate. Yeah, I know you can't call it you can't call it hydro here. It's only hydro in Ontario. It's not hydro here. It's electricity because when I was looking at this apartment, I said that to the guy. Well, is hydro included? And he's like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not called that, just in Ontario. That's too funny. What fish are caught in the lakes? Oh, I wish my husband was here. I know lake trout, pike, I think. No bass, I know that. Sorry, that's as good as it gets. I should know that because my husband literally talks about that every day. We're actually looking at boats right now, so that's a fun experience. If you guys want to know anything about that when we're done, it's an experience. Just like the car, like, there's a boat up for 5 seconds and it's gone. So yeah, it's nice right now. It's beautiful. In fact, it's too beautiful for me. I wish it was colder. It's it's too hot just at night. Oh, it drives me crazy. And my husband won't put in the air conditioner because it's like you'd have it in for like a month. Like I would have it in for like half the year, but normal people would have it in for like a month. So I don't think people really have air conditioners here, but it's hard because you got the light all night. And then, if you do want the breeze coming in, it's like you can't leave the window open because this is what it would be like to sleep. Like it's so hot or it's so light. Anyway. All right. So I'll keep going here. Okay, I know. Oh yeah. And then part of someone's email was, I know the cost of living and groceries are not cheap. And and I agree that the cost of living is high, but we're still managing to save a lot because the salaries are higher also. So you do have to keep that in mind. But obviously, it depends on your job. But food, I find, is not much more expensive than other places. I have some grocery hauls listed down below for you. But the only difference is really that we don't have discount stores. So we don't have like Food Basics and No Frills in your discount stores. We just have independent, co-op, and then Walmart has like a really small section. I feel like I talk about this every video. but yeah, so that's really the only difference. Food, you'll be fine, I'm pretty sure. And there's a couple specialty stores, I should say. Oh, okay, I was going to click the one before. I'm getting to your question there, Viva. Just give me a second. I just clicked the wrong one. So which winter gear do you recommend? Canada Goose? How is shopping? So no, I wouldn't recommend Canada Goose necessarily. If you can afford Canada Goose, go for it, but you won't be using it for probably as much as you think you will. What I would recommend instead is layers because, really, I don't know how to explain it, but you're too hot in a really, really warm parka and like your layers because you're going to be wearing like a sweater and long sleeve and long johns and stuff anyway. So like my husband got this really warm coat and he walked to work every day in the winter and he was just dying. Like he couldn't even, it was too hot of a coat. So I actually wouldn't recommend a really, really warm coat unless you're planning on, those months when it's super cold like that, you're not going to be really doing many winter activities, in my opinion. I mean, of course, some people do that are used to it. You're going to be waiting for the more mild winter months. So there's only like maybe 2 or 3 months where you're not really going to like go for a hike or something. You know what I mean? So if you are planning on doing that, maybe get a Canada Goose. But definitely I would just recommend layers instead. I think we went to some stores in Edmonton before we came up because we thought we would have to wait and not be able to buy anything in Ontario. We thought the stuff in Ontario wouldn't be sufficient, but it is. Like I ended up getting stuff on Amazon. Again, there's some affiliate links down below of some of the gear that I have. And thank you guys, by the way, if you've bought something through my affiliate links on Amazon, I appreciate you so much. I saw that some of you did, and that meant the world to me. But you don't actually have to buy the stuff I have linked below. You can buy anything and I'll still get a commission. So that was very nice. But yeah, and then the shopping obviously is limited because we just don't have a lot of places to shop. But I hear the Edmonton Mall is very good. I'm excited to go. All right, our car is too expensive in Yellowknife. I do have a car video down below of our experience buying the car, but I'll just give you a quick summary here. Cars are only more expensive because how do I put this? They know they're going to sell them. Like cars sell in 5 seconds here. Like if there's a good deal on a car, it's gone because especially right now. Now I'm only talking COVID times because that's really the only time I've been here and people can't go to Edmonton. I know people normally go to Edmonton to buy cars or like down to Alberta or down south, right? Because it's worth it a lot of the time because it's just, yeah, it's a little more expensive to buy cars here. And for some reason, the dealerships here, this was one of the questions on my list, only have like trucks and like you don't see cars really unless they're like secondhand, like unless someone's traded it in or something. They actually don't sell new cars or anything here. It's really weird. So yeah, a lot of people drive trucks and stuff, but you totally don't have to. But it is more difficult if you're looking for a car to find a car, in my opinion, so far with my experience. All right. Here in Alberta, everything is opening up on July 1st. How is Yellowknife looking this summer for restrictions? Oh, that's a great question. Yes, so it's gotten a bit worse here, to be honest. We actually have, I don't know if this is in Canada-wide or I think it's just here. They are making us wear masks everywhere indoors now, even though we have such a high immunization because there was an outbreak in a school and I think 60 kids contracted it and they are really, really slow to loosen things here. They did just yesterday lift the restrictions for if you travel, you don't have to isolate anymore, but that's just if you're double vaccinated. If you're single vaccinated, a child, whatever it is, you still have to isolate and get COVID tests and there's all this stuff. And that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. They're waiting for a certain percentage, which I just have a hard time with because I just don't think they're going to reach it because I think everybody that's had the opportunity to be vaccinated here has been vaccinated because we've had things open for so long. Like I said, I got my vaccination, I think a long time ago now. And I was like the last group other than people that can't get it, like children. So I don't know. I have a Disney trip booked for April. And obviously I'm not going to go if we have to come back and isolate or get the kids tested or anything like that. And so I'm like not even hopeful for that, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, not great. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's going to be nice there. Yeah, so should I bring my car from Ontario? Absolutely, bring your car from Ontario if you can, especially if you're not paying for moving and they can ship it or drive. We drove and it was awesome. We drove at the worst time of year and it was cool. It's lots to see on the way, especially if you have some places you could visit or whatever. I think we took 6 days to drive. Okay. How is public transportation? Or should one buy a car? Yes, I think that was one of your questions coming in. Yes, it is not wonderful. So there's a bus stop near my house, and the bus comes every 40 minutes. So like in the middle of the day, like I don't know if it's 40 minutes all day, but I was talking to a woman who was waiting at the bus stop the other day. That's how I know this. And she's like, oh, the bus comes every 40 minutes. And I was like, oh, because she had just missed it. I was like, oh, that sucks. Sorry. But the thing is, Yellowknife is like, everything is close, really. So you probably will have everything you need around you in walking distance, but it's like, do you really want to walk in the winter months? So it's really up to you. I don't think I would do it without a car. And also it depends if you have a family. If you have little ones, like I would say definitely get a car, but there are people with little ones that don't have a car, obviously. So yeah, it's so up to you. But yeah, so sorry. Buses are good. Taxis we have here and they're fine. We've taken taxis lots of times. I wish I could remember the one company I would recommend. It's like the third biggest, it's not City Cab and it's not the yellow one. It's the other one. Aurora? I don't know. Anyway, there's one that we've had just wonderful experiences with, and you can also call cabs to like boost your car. So that's another cool thing. In case you didn't know that, because I didn't know that. And we don't have like Uber or Lyft or anything. Am I missing any kind of public transportation? We have an airport, but that's not like for day to day, but obviously we have an airport. We have a whole bunch of like helicopter places where you can do like tours and stuff. I find that kind of strange, but anyway. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, I lived in Saskatchewan and bought a really heavy jacket. Being in that all day is almost as bad as a hot summer day. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely go with layering for sure. Thank you. Is Winter Gear Canada Goose coats on par with the cost of buying them in Ontario? I'm moving up to Yellowknife at the, oh, I'm seeing, yeah, our taxes are lower. It's 5% here. That's an awesome thing about living here. The taxes, I think it's 5%. So it would be cheaper, but we have nowhere to buy Canada Goose coats, I don't think. Canada Goose coats. I can't think of a single place where you could buy them, but I could be totally wrong. Maybe some specialty stores or something. I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat, Gigabyte. That's so nice. Thank you so much for that. That's really sweet. We still wear masks in Toronto. Yeah, I can imagine Toronto is way worse than here. I hear stories about Ontario. My family's back in Ontario, if you guys missed that. And it sounds like it's really, really difficult there. My thoughts are with you guys often. I'm sorry. Is this a good place to move to avoid Christmas visitors and Thanksgiving? That's such an interesting question. I don't think I know what you mean. Like as in tourism? Like do lots of people like visit at that time of year? Maybe is what you're asking. Can you clarify that for me before I answer that? I just don't want to ramble on about something that you're not asking me. I visited Yellowknife in 1989. Oh, that's the year I was born. Since then, I've always thought about retiring there. That's so interesting. I'm a US citizen. Any thoughts on how realistic that would be? That's so interesting because people usually move out to retire. In fact, we have one retirement home, I think, and no extended care right now, which is sad, but I know they're working on that. They're building an extended care unit for the hospital, but all the extended care patients are in the hospital. So anyway, but yeah, no, that's very interesting. I would think for me, I love it here. You guys know that. I think the pros are way better. Like there's way more pros than cons. However, I would not retire here. Yeah, no, just because, okay, I hope this doesn't make me sound ridiculous, but like I think you get a lot colder and stuff when you're older, don't you? And like it'd be harder to get around and stuff. Like I'd be worried about, like this is when you're really old, like when you're like falling and stuff. And I don't know, it depends on the kind of person you are, I guess. If you're like super outdoorsy and you're like really active and whatever, then maybe. But it's I don't know. I don't know about that. I would say no for myself, but if you loved it, then maybe. Hello, Leah. Okay, one time you said, oh, okay. Okay. One you said that they're horrible. What are your solutions for going for walks? Let me tell you our solutions. My solution I'll tell you, and then I'll tell you my husband's solution. Because for the kids mostly. So my solution is I have a bug net thing. You can get like bug jackets. You can get bug like suits. I have just one that goes over my head because that's all I can convince my husband to like I'm gonna say let me wear, but if he would let me do anything, but you know, he was just like, oh, you're so annoying. So I wear that bug net like anytime we're hiking or whatever. I cannot, it's because I can't stand them on my face. I can stand them on my arms and stuff. I don't care about that. But bugs flying on my face, I can't stand it. And they like swarm your face. And here's the thing. So my husband's solution is nothing. You do nothing. Bug spray does nothing. But his solution is to just let the kids get used to it. So he actually doesn't let them wear bug nets, which drives me crazy. And it means more to him than it does to me. So I just let him win that one. But he's determined that they're going to get used to it. And here's the thing. My daughter is used to it, as in they don't bug her like they bug my son. Like they're just so attracted to my son. Same with me. They're so attracted to us. And then my husband and my daughter, just for some reason, they're not attracted to them. So anyway, he claims they're going to get used to it. Now I should clarify, if I'm, depending on the time of year, it's only a really limited time where they're kind of everywhere. But if I'm going for a walk, like down the road or something, they don't bug me. I'm talking about like hiking in the forest. However, if you're just sitting in the backyard, they're horrendous. But if I'm sitting in the front where there's not any plants or anything around, they're like manageable. So I hope that clarifies that for you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so, so much. That is so nice. You guys are the best. I'm not going to try to say your name. Rizwank. I don't know. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much. All right. When moving up there, will the OHIP benefit be good for 3 months until one can get Northwest Territories medical benefits? This is such an excellent question. I'm so glad you brought this up. I've said this in a recent video, but maybe you didn't catch it, but no, you have to get private insurance if you want to be covered. If for anything where you would need to travel to Edmonton, the Northwest Territories health insurance is the only one that will cover air travel, which is required a lot of the time if you have anything super serious going on that you need. Our hospital is limited, and so often people are sent to Edmonton. You would have to pay for that on your own if you did not have private healthcare insurance. Everything else, however, is fine. Like it covers, if you need to go to the clinic or whatever it might be, it covers that. But yeah, no, you need to get it, I would say. And I didn't know that. So thank goodness nothing happened to me or the kids, because we would have been in trouble. And they do, just so you know a little bit about it, if you do need to go to Edmonton, I think you get to take one person with you that's covered in the cost. And they do things like they have special housing and stuff like that, or they put you in a hotel, and it's quite good if when you do get your card. And it is really quick when you do apply for it. But yeah, you need to wait, like you said there. So that was a great question. Okay. Hey there. Hey, Andy. How is the internet service in Northwest Territories? Do you have unlimited plans? We don't have unlimited plans, which is a little crazy. But we do have bigger plans. It's expensive. I wish I could remember the details of mine. I know I pay $147 a month, but I don't know how much it's for, but it's more than sufficient for us. So that doesn't help you at all. And the internet's good. Randomly, it will go out just for a second, but it's really random. I find it's just as good as Ontario. In fact, maybe even better. Oh, thanks. He's laughing at how I pronounce it. Oh yeah. That's why I'm just half the time, I'm not going to pronounce anybody's name. I have live stream often. There are many newcomers to UK. I've watched most of your videos, and that helped a lot. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that is true. It seems lately there's a lot of you coming here. Maybe, what's funny is I remember saying, oh, I don't know why you're looking from Ontario, but maybe I do. Ontario just seems awful right now. Oh, thank you so much. You guys, I'm going to cry. That's so nice of you. You do not need to do that. Thank you so much. That's really kind. Okay. I just got up here and got unlimited. Okay, maybe I know they were talking about it for a little bit, that they were like, oh, you're going to get it. I was under the impression that they've been doing that for years. Oh yeah, we're going to give you unlimited. We're going to do it. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that clarification. And you've been up here for 4 weeks. Awesome. Okay, so they do have unlimited. Awesome. How much is your unlimited? Can I ask you that? How much are you paying for it? And there's 2 internet companies, I think 2, but one I hear is really bad. What? Or you must be with that really bad one I'm talking about. The SSI, is that what you're with? I think it's called that, SSI or something. I heard it's really bad. Please share your experience with it, because people were just don't even go with it. I'm with Northwest Hall, I think it's called. Thank you for sharing that, Trevor. Interesting. Okay, maybe he'll share with us. What? How is your unlimited way cheaper than mine, not unlimited? What is happening? Okay, well, I'm going to be calling them. I don't know what's up with that. That's so bizarre. Okay, cool. Interesting. Well, there you go. So that's updated for you. That's some updated information. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so I did do a video on this. I'm going to refer you. I will link it down below after this video, but I go through the census with you and talk about the different demographic, but it's quite diverse in my opinion, as diverse as any other place I've lived. Maybe not as diverse as Toronto, but yeah, I'll go for specifics. I'll refer you to that video because I don't know it off by heart. Yeah, we're all learning. You're right, we are. I am learning something I'm not happy about, but yeah. All right. Is it multicultural, young professionals? Yeah, I find it's mostly, like I said, it's mostly it's very transient. I find it's mostly people coming in to make a bit of money and then to move back home. If you're, because people don't want to be away from their families and stuff, their extended family. And especially if they're, but it is still a lot of young families and stuff. I think it's mostly a younger population than, the other places I'm used to being from. But again, I'll refer you to that census because I don't want to I don't know. I can't remember everything off by heart. Hi, Lewis from Edmonton. I'm not going to put your name up because I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, no. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't know if I did answer your question there, but no problem. Okay, so I'll just try. I want to make sure I get through these email ones too, because I feel bad that the people emailed me and then I'm here doing this and didn't email back. It's really difficult sometimes. Sometimes you guys are like email, like a lot of people email me and then it's like, and then I see the email and it's like a million questions and I'm like, you know, it's like the kids are screaming and I feel bad whenever I can't get back to your emails. I'm so sorry about that, but I'll do my best here. So someone said, I know you did a video comparing Northwest Territories and Nunavut. If you were to compare Northwest Territories to Yukon, which would be cheaper to live? I'm not sure if you know about Yukon. And there were a couple of emails with questions about Yukon. And I actually have no idea about Yukon. And I should find out because I'm curious too. But no, I don't know anything about Yukon. I'm sorry. But if there's enough interest, let me know. And I will research Yukon and let you guys know about that. I know I feel bad saying that because I know I'm always saying the territories are like grouped together. People are like, oh, you live up there. And it's like all together in people's minds. Okay, so so yeah, everything's open, really. I shouldn't say that. I think most things are pretty open. Like, for example, the kids' activities and stuff have always been running. And except for that little, when that outbreak happened, they canceled the kids' activities for 2 weeks. But like salons and everything have been open. In fact, just until recently, until that outbreak, I think it was like a few weeks ago, you didn't even have to wear masks in places and stuff. It was only the places really that were government buildings and that were nationwide. So like Walmart mandated nationwide, you have to wear masks. So like we had to here, but like everywhere else, nobody was really even wearing masks and stuff. So I'm sorry about Doug Ford. I won't comment on political things. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick. So let me pull my nose. Just give me a sec. Oh man. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I'm really sorry. So your salons aren't even open until August. That's awful. Well, I'm sure you all look great, but the good news is it sounds like you're not really seeing each other. How about outdoor there? Is it are you allowed to do stuff outside? Like, are there still things outside going on this summer? Like, you know, I don't know, just outside stuff. I feel so bad. Oops. I think you can have a generic email that answers the questions that you receive in emails. Really? Well, that's mind-blowing. I'll have to look into that. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I need something that is like the most popular questions or something, because I feel bad when I'm like answering them on these lives over and over. And I know some of you, like I said, who have been watching for a while, you're like, oh, I know you talked about that a million times, but I know some of you have no idea, you're new. So I don't really know how to go about that. But like an auto reply email. Okay, I don't know. I feel like 100 years old now. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I meant, is it a good place to move to avoid getting visitors during Christmas? No, I think people still visit. I know it's crazy. I think people want to experience the really cold. And so I think people do still visit at Christmas, but yeah, and take the tours and stuff, I think. But yeah, no, I think, I don't know if you can avoid that anywhere because we're close to the North Pole. I mean, it's got to be a good place to visit. That's so funny. Alice was in gymnastics the other day and she came home and she was like, oh, Mom, like, do you know, like so many people in my class have been to the North Pole? What? No, we haven't. That was too funny. What are you guys doing for Canada Day? They have a parade, which is awesome. So you guys know that there's usually fireworks in most places where there's darkness, but there's no fireworks here because they can't do them because we couldn't see them. And so they actually do fireworks for, what is it, New Year's Eve, which I think is really cool. I have a video on that too. But they do a parade in the middle of the day for Canada Day. So we'll be attending the parade. And yeah, just like face paint the kids and stuff. We don't really do a whole lot. Oh my gosh, I can't handle this. Thank you so much, Leonardo. That's so sweet. You guys are killing me. You rock. That's nice. Thank you. In 2001, a friend from Mexico called me in Toronto and he told me he got a job in Yellowknife. He asked me, how far is Is it from downtown Toronto? I answered him 8 hours away from Edmonton. Is it? I thought it was like a full day from Edmonton. I thought it was like more like 13, but you might be right. Yeah, I did this in my last live. Someone asked me that, and I had done from Toronto, and it's far. Yeah, that's too funny. Thank you so much, though, for that. Okay, so this is, I think, the update for Ontario. Outside fun is banned. Maximum 4 people if you don't live together. For restaurants and only outdoor patios, you can go ziplining. Quebec, it's just got to be different. That's so funny, ziplining in Quebec. Well, you should totally do that because that sounds like a great time. So restaurants are open, but you can only go there with 4 people, I guess. That's really weird. So like if you were to go for a walk, you can't have 5 people? I don't know about that. Your immunization rates must be higher now, though, right? Hopefully, you know. I guess it's like, I think my mother-in-law was telling me a lot of people are getting their 2nd dose, but maybe that's older people. Don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, so like I do it, like yeah, okay. I see what you mean there. Perfect. Okay, I'll definitely look into that. Oops, I just clicked your comment there. I didn't mean to. Yes, I have multiple signatures set up on my email. That has my standard response. Okay, I'll have to look into it. I'm laughing because I just feel 100 years old. Okay. 8 hours from Edmonton. Okay, all right. I'll take your word. All right, so we'll get to a couple more of these here. Of course, go ahead if you guys have some. Oh, yeah, okay, but someone asked me if the city was walkable. I can't remember if I exactly answered this because they're like, oh, the winters are long. Okay, so I just want to clarify. This city has a lot of sidewalks, because I know in other places there's no sidewalks, but there are a lot of places without sidewalks. But I do think it's pretty walkable, especially if you're like downtown. There's enough sidewalks to walk, and are they maintained? I'm trying to even remember. Maybe not. I don't think they are because we don't plow our roads here. But I could be wrong about that. If one of you happens to be watching and sorry, I'm laughing at Chrissy's comment there. Yeah, and you know that, let me know. But yeah, I think it's pretty walkable. I know people bike and stuff, but they go on the road. Like they have those huge tires, you know what I'm talking about, on their bicycles, and they like bike all year round. But again, yeah, I don't know, guys. I would recommend getting a car if you can, or bringing a car would be even better. And like I said, everything's close together, so it's definitely walkable. Okay, we did the transit system. Perfect. Oh, they do. Thank you. Oh, hi. How are you? Oh, if you have not seen Mr. NWT Games and Such's channel, it's such a hit. I'm a regular watcher. He's great. So where are you in again? I don't want to say the wrong place. You're in. I get them all so confused. My geography is like brutal. But anyway, you're somewhere else here in the Northwest Territories. And he does daily vlogs, and he's wonderful. But thank you for saying they apologize. It shows how much I walk around in the winter. So embarrassing. I totally don't. I stay inside. This is a good example of someone who gets out there all year round. Maybe people that are native to here are like more used to it. How about a video? Hey River, thank you. Thank you. So that'd be cool. If you guys are looking into Hey River, then definitely go check out his channel. How about a video of houses on the water? That's interesting. I'm trying to think of houses on the water right now. Again, like I think like now, like geography is like in my brain, and my brain's like shutting down. It's like no geography. I can't think of like houses on the water. I guess around Niven Lake. I don't know. I've done a video of like a tour of pretty much the entire city broken up. So like I'll put that playlist. Actually, I think it might be down below there for you. So you can see some of the houses there on that probably. Evan, I'm sorry. I don't really have a good answer for this. First of all, I've only lived in one place. The only thing I will say is, oh no, I haven't even had my microphone plugged in the whole time. I'm just seeing. Are you guys hearing me okay? That's horrible. I'll just take it off. Okay, so the only thing I would say is downtown is not wonderful. I don't want to be rude. Like lots of people live downtown. It depends on where downtown too. But there are like, I don't know. It's not my scene. But so that's probably my least favorite, is like right downtown. I would have a difficulty owning a house right downtown. But I really like where I live. I don't know. I live in, what is it considered, like Old Town? Ooh, I forget. Old Town or New Town? I don't know. One of those two. I live close to like the multiplex and stuff down there. And I like where I live, but I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for that. I'm sorry. I haven't lived anywhere else. All right. Okay. Okay, so speaking of downtown, this person says, in your opinion, I understand different people may perceive this differently. Would it be safe for you as a woman to walk alone there? And my husband, I was like going over these questions with him beforehand, just to see if he had any additional perspective, because he's really, I wish he would do videos with me, because he's so, first of all, he's such an eloquent speaker, way more eloquent than I. And also he remembers everything. He's so smart. He's just wonderful, but he gets stuck with me, sorry. But he said there are a lot of places downtown that I wouldn't feel safe walking alone in, let alone a woman. He was just joking around, but like seriously. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is safe to walk around, like just in my neighborhood or something with my kids, or like if I drive downtown and we're like walking to the library, that's fine. Although often just walking from your parking space to the library, it's like, there's, you know, there's people that are just like drunk and high and whatever, walking around and making a scene sometimes and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely go for walks with kids often and feel safe. We've lived in way less safe places that I felt were less safe before. Like our last place was in Cornwall, Ontario, and we lived in like a pretty, I felt like pretty sketchy neighborhood. I felt way less safe walking there. So yeah, I do feel like it's safe as long as, you know, maybe not, like I said, right downtown, but most places, yeah, I think are good. Oh yeah. You are totally clear. That's funny. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I know you're just joking around. How come they don't plow the road there? It's so interesting. I did this in my 5 strange things about Yellowknife video. I think it's the last time I talked about this, so it has been a little while, but so they actually just let the cars drive over the snow. I don't know, it's so weird. And then once a year, they go through each road in the city and they scrape all the snow and ice off and just like, I don't know if they take it away some places, but like with our parking lot, they like just pile huge ice and snow piles, but I think they take it away and put it somewhere. So weird. I don't know why they don't plow the roads. I think maybe they consider it safer that way, like that it's like, I don't know. I don't know why. Or maybe it's I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no idea, but it seems to work. There's not really, the only thing is some intersections you'll get like, like from the, like the car's driving in one part, and then if you're going the other way, you know, but I don't know. I can't wait to go see town. Well, hopefully, hopefully you're good. You like it. Again, like this is, I just want to clarify again, like most downtowns in cities I've lived in are a little more scary for like me. I'm just a wimp. Like, I don't know, probably. You'll probably get here and be like, oh, it's fine. What's she talking about? But yeah, no, I don't know. Especially with young ones, you know, you just want to be extra careful. That's all. This is such a good question, I think. Does Yellowknife ever feel too small? And it doesn't. It feels like a totally regular-sized city to me. I know a lot of people do say it feels really isolated and whatever. I also haven't been here that long. So I've been here like a year and a half, I guess now. Is that right? And, or maybe 2 years? I can't remember how long I've been here, but not long, just a few years maximum. And so, yeah, but I also haven't had the opportunity to leave the city. And I know a lot of people do like leave and go on frequent vacations and stuff. So maybe it feels too small to them. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So, oh, that's really nice. Yeah, see, you get some really nice people. I know I've talked about this recently in a video, but like the random acts of kindness here, it like blows my mind. Like I never had this in any other city I've been in, but I've had several random acts of kindness from people, like just paying for my kids, you know, candy and toys and ice cream and whatever. Like just people are so kind here. I find yeah, it's awesome. This is cute. What's rush hour traffic like? Well, we don't really like, there's not, I don't know, there isn't really rush hour traffic. Like yeah, no, there's not really traffic. There's not that many cars and people for it to be crazy. I guess if you haven't seen my, no, that's not even traffic. Like the KFC lineup is like the biggest amount of traffic you're gonna find. No, you can get everywhere super fast here. That's a cute question though. I like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll just do a couple more here. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I'll be on here for a little bit longer, but I know you guys are busy people, and also I have to put my kids to bed in a minute. So, okay, so okay. People are often like, this is one of the most popular questions I get, and it is about cars. Like if you could have a car or you have to have a truck or an SUV. And someone says, do you see sedans there in the winter? If you guys don't know, we drove our Honda Fit up here, and had our Honda Fit, pardon me, not been like a giant piece of crap to begin with, it would have been okay. However, there are apparently certain ratings on your cars. Mo, are you still here? Because you can clarify this maybe for me, because I'm a good car person, but have cold ratings. And so apparently some cars or trucks or whatever have bad rating, or rated poorly for being in the cold. So maybe check that out on your vehicle. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, because that's the main problem. It's not really about having a truck or a car, because the roads are fine to drive on. The only thing is, when you're driving on the out on the lakes, or on the not on the ice road, because they maintain the ice roads, but if you're driving out just like on the lake, we got stuck one time with our car just because it was too low to the ground, and we haven't got stuck, and I wouldn't fear getting stuck in our we have a Chevy Traverse now. And so that'd be the only thing I would think would be a disadvantage to having a car. The only problem is sometimes they don't start. Like, you're going to have days where your cars don't start, in my opinion, like no matter what kind of car you have, unless you drive it like every day forever, you know. Often you'll see when you're at the grocery store and stuff, people just leave their cars on because they're worried when they come out, they won't be able to start them again. So that's the only thing really with that. Do you see the Northern Lights every night? I have never seen the Northern Lights. This is so embarrassing after years. But yeah, no, it's so difficult to see the Northern Lights. Well, it depends. Here's the thing. I don't stay up late. So like I have not really, we've driven out a few times to try to like leave the city a little bit later to try to see them. But like you can see them a little bit. It's like just a little bit of green or something, but it has to be like perfect conditions. So it has to be no clouds. But I think people think they're going to come up here and see the Northern Lights all the time. And you don't see them all the time. At least I don't. Don't answer that, it's daytime, she says. Yeah, no, you obviously can't see them in the summer, but I knew what you were talking about in the winter. But yeah, no, I still haven't really seen them well. It's so embarrassing. But again, you have to go out later, you know, to see them usually. And my kids are, oh no, I love these restaurants. Are you recommending it? I don't know, I haven't. I've been meaning to do some more restaurant like sort of reviews on my channel for local restaurants. But again, I know some of them we've even shut down from COVID and stuff. But no, I haven't. I've not been to the Golden. That's a restaurant, I imagine, right? The Golden Range. What is that? Now I'm second guessing myself. Is that a restaurant? Let me know. But yeah, no, I need to make it out to more local restaurants. We do have some like diverse cuisine and stuff here, which is nice. Oh yeah, okay. Do you have plug-in one cars during winter season? Yeah. So you plug your car in, yes, but it doesn't matter. Like it only does so much for you. You know, in those I'm talking about those really, really cold, like -50, -40 weather. I know. I see you asking this, Evan. I answered this a bit earlier. I have a link down below for you. It's or I will after this video. I'll make sure to put it down there. It's a Q&A, and I go over the census with you guys to tell you exactly the diversity, because I can't remember. It feels diverse to me. Like you definitely see other cultures, you know, and people. Like it's not just one culture or anything, but yeah, no, I think it is, but I don't know. Definitely, I'll refer you to that census down there for that maybe answer, because I can't remember. That was a while ago. No, I'm not upset with you. No, I'm not upset with you for repeating. I just feel like I can't answer it properly for you, so I just feel bad. And yeah, so definitely go check out that video after for that one. Okay, we'll just get through a couple more here and then I will say goodnight to you guys. So what's it been like to find community there? And what is the general attitude of people toward newcomers? And it's people, like I said, people are moving in and out here frequently. So it's actually, people are used to the newcomers, I think. And I find people are really, really kind, just really kind. So, and what's it been like to find community? I feel not qualified to answer this question because I suck at making friends or like doing anything social. And my husband's like extremely introverted. So he's made some friends at his work, which is so funny because I don't know if there's been any time in our marriage where he's had friends and I haven't. But yeah, no. And so, yeah, I don't really know about what it's like to find community here yet, especially because like we came and then COVID happened and, you know, it's just hard to meet people. But I feel like I'll never really be qualified to answer that for you. I'm just not good at making friends. Thankfully, I've got some really good friends, you know, in the cities that I've lived in. So, hi, Buttercup. All right. Pardon me. Does it get depressing in 8 months of winter? Like, is it a struggle to accommodate to the weather? I'm from southwestern Ontario. And the only thing about the weather is it's more predictable here. So that's a plus compared to Ontario. Like, there's no ice storms and you know, huge snowstorms where you're out there shoveling 3 times a day and stuff like that. It's really predictable weather. So that's actually really nice about the weather here. The 8 months of winter, you extra appreciate the warm weather when it comes, I'll say that. But I found it a little bit difficult to struggle with the darkness and the really, really cold months just because you're not going out and doing things. Like even just like you're like, oh, I have to go to the grocery store. Like you're like, no, thank you. And so I found it a little bit difficult, but it's worth it for the rest of the year in my mind. So, all right. Unless you guys have any more questions, that's all my questions. Hopefully I answered all your questions from those emails. You're always free to email me, but I think, yeah, I will try to do more lives if they're helpful. Good. I'm glad they're helpful. So if you guys do have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below this video too, and I'd be happy to answer them for you at a later time, maybe another live or, you know, just in a video or whatever. I love when you guys ask questions because then I know what you want to know and then I can make videos from it. So it's been very helpful. Thank you so much for you guys for joining here live with me. I love chatting with you guys live. This is just so cool. Oh, I just joined into the chat because of my friend Sally. Oh, sorry, I just joined and then I'm leaving. And thank you so much for those of you who have sent super chats and everything. That's so, so kind. So, all right, I guess I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching and yeah, bye. If I can figure out how to end it. Oh, look, okay, it's pretty easy. Bye, guys.